Well, hello. You rocking with the one and only. This is Paula. Also, it's Essence Paula. Fiction and Fiction podcast. We are on the hour 3:33 a.m. Sunday morning, December the 28th, 2025. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. This is a channel where we are speaking alignment today. This morning, I don't know if you just getting up, Gen X, running to the bathroom, getting a snack. Come on through. Alignment 101 on your mental health challenges. You could contact me on speakess333 at gmail.com. You see it right there. Speak S333 at gmail.com. There's also a number Father, Son, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost 333. There's also a number, those are the codes, the number that the angels are speaking, that as you hear the sound of my voice, even through the replays, that these are alignments in your life, alignment. The Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, 333. These are alignment that is in your mental health challenges, which you deal with daily. Welcome. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button where it can bless others. It may not be for you, but somebody. It can bless somebody. You could do a good deed this morning to bless others. You know, what is the legacy? Of someone is leaving a legacy. It's a legacy. Gen X, retired, semi-retired, you know, like I say, me living with bipolar 2 disorder, I'm a Gen X, 59 years old, detoxing from my meds, detoxing from my mental health meds and high blood pressure, all of that. I just wake up and drink water now. So God told me after I prayed 3 o'clock this morning, I was already up talking to the Lord, just talking. Everything is therapy now. I just sit up, talk to the Lord, talk to him about my children, about my situation, talk to him about me, just talking to the Lord and until I see my talk to my therapist when she get back next week, Lord's willing. Talk to her about some stuff and just everything is just therapy. God and therapy. We need this 101. We need this. People need this. It's so much needed. God in therapy. Therapy to make your YouTube channel. Therapy you could talk about what's going on with you, or even on the other platforms. All of this stuff is therapy. Playing a game is therapy. Driving is therapy. Going to work, instead of just staying home thinking about stuff and going crazy. Going to work is therapy, whether you know it or not. Going to the grocery store is therapy. Everything is got a one-on-one thing going on with therapy. You know, just one-on-one with yourself. One-on-one. I love to listen to the different content creators, what they do, and I follow them for a while and just look at what the different kind of content people are making. And I'm just thinking about over 10 years ago, I didn't realize I was making content, you know, and you going through these different things, what you go through in your marriages and everything. So God got me now. He just be having me coming on live, and I'm a full time content creator, entertainer, and advocate, mental health advocate. And when God, I'm just on God's time, and when He say do something, do it, and then when He tell me to rest within Him, read the Bible, I do it. So everything we do is one on one. It's one on one. You know, it's one on one. It's got to first it hit. It starts with you. You look in the mirror. I say, what do you see? You see yourself when you first go in the bathroom. You do bypass the mirror when you go to use the restroom and come back, wash your hands, brush your teeth, whatever. You see, as they say, it's a reflection of you. You know, you see yourself in the mirror. Uh, the mirror is powerful. It's reflection. As Michael Jackson say, man in the mirror. But yeah, I was speaking with somebody. They was telling me, well, when you look in the mirror, it's a reflection of you. Okay. Still, you have to see yourself regardless. You have to see yourself. A lot of people don't want to see who they are. So a lot of people don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. But see, when God had me to self-publish my sketchbooks, as you see, the little funny looking sketches and stuff, it was capturing a lot of things that was dealing with me as childhood or whatever. And God, at the timing, about 10 years ago, told me to self-publish this because, of course, no other publishers will understand it. So that's why God gives you a chance to do things that, you don't wait for nobody else. So now He's telling me to speak more you know, of me to be self-publishing my sketches, which was therapy to me. I'm like, really? God takes the foolish things. So we all got to deal with this one-on-one thing, one-on-one, you know. And a lot of times I see people when they come on live, they may do a premiere, and send out when the time and the person comes, whatever. But God always had me to work. I'm always like a free spirit, I'm always like living on edge sort of deal, like just doing things at the spur of the moment. That's my life. That's how, he had me to move. That's the way, you know, it's like whoever will see it in a replay is meant whatever it is, because it's got the replay. It's going to be uploading for an hour. I mean, a whole day. This here, it will upload, or it'll do it for 8 hours. It'll do a little quick spotlight as well. That will be right after this is made. However long God had me on here. But when you feel this in your guts, your spirit, your soul, this is what it is, God just had me to just put my email right there, right up front, because it's somebody, I'll say 333, about 3 people. This is going to touch their heart, mind, and spirit, and their soul for them to email me. So God told me to put my email up there, which is speakess333@gmail.com. So it'll be 3 people will be contacting. This is going to, they'll see the email, and it's going to touch their spirit. At least by 3 people. At least by 3 people. And it could be 9. It could be 333. 3 times 3 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 threes. We 9 people. Anywhere from 3 to 9 people will contact me tonight through this email. I'm just saying what God's saying. So they are curious. They're gonna be needing some services. You know, they're gonna they there are people right now are just waiting to whoever God show them they're going to contact. Because he do me like that. I will say in the comment, I need to talk to you. Or I'll find a way to, send something, a donation or whatever, to contact them and say, I mean, here's an email or something, and I mean, some people are just, they're not sure, but there's going to be people that is, I'd say about 3 is going to be very sure tonight when they hear the replay. This is morning time right now in the USA, Eastern time. But it may be nighttime before they hear it and gonna contact. And then within the week, I'll speak about 9 people. With my email, speakess333 at gmail.com. Because God is aligning, He's aligning your mental health. He's aligning you mentally. You feel it, you know it, but you don't know how you're going to get through it. You know. Hi, Patrice, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. And this is so important. We we need this alignment. You could go and listen to different people do readings, they mediums, they psychics, all those gifts, beautiful gifts, all these gifts. God is moving in different ways, is shifting and everything. And people can tell, some people can tell that it's close to you. People can tell that God is shifting in your life. You can feel it in the spirit. You talk to them on the phone and they sound buck-eyed. They sound suspicious. They sound careful and all of this stuff. I mean, and all they are is just friends, you know. And sometimes, people say, sometimes people say men and women can really never be friends. They think that they have to sleep together, something happen, they don't. You could be friends and don't have to sleep together. So it's sometimes they just think the other friend to be stronger for the both of y'all. Because it takes two. It takes two. That's why with this is one-on-one alignment. Your mental health challenges is that's what my legacy is, my purpose is, being one-on-one with you all right now in this season. Is one-on-one. We all need alignment of what's going on. And we need help. Even though in good, you got your therapist, you got therapy, you got God, of course, you got your family and friends and stuff, but it also takes somebody outside of that, especially from your family and friends. Now, God is going to be with y'all always. God, you can talk to him anytime. But family and friends, it can become a little too much, and you don't get the feed out of it when you take them for granted and talk too much. So you got to have somebody on the outside. God do provide the services for you, and whatever it costs to get it. God make a way out of no way. We believe in one-on-one. Welcome back. Welcome back. God is so good. This is a Sunday morning, December the 28th. And I just get on there. Just jump on here live instead of doing a pre-recording or whatever, or a premiere, or just a recording. God just started having me get on here live, you know, and just work with what I got. Things are always raw, unedited, uncut. I'm not an editor and all that stuff. Just get on here, just get on here. But we all need, um, now, just not for everybody, but you can't allow everybody to speak into your life, okay? You cannot allow that. And then God also have a way for us as intercessors, prayer warriors, God eagle eyes for this channel, chosen ones, you know, the black sheep of the family, God, people need us to be in position to serve God, to take care of God, help to be the messengers for God's children. And we just got to trust God. We just trusting God to say what needs to be said. Thus said the Lord. You get the message through a messenger. It don't matter. It's always some type of way. The message, when God wants to get a message to you, it's gonna get to you. It's gonna get to you. It's gonna come to you in all kind of different ways. It's amazing. It's amazing how I get a lot of my answers by listening to. I mean, I'm not going to say what all my resources, but first of all, I'm reading the Bible, the NLT, New Living Version, and instead of reading the King James, I just do the New Living Version, New Living Holy Bible, but it's called the New Living Translation. I get my resources in all kind of different ways of people speaking just like I am, motivation speaking. It always don't have to be a pastor or whatever, evangelist or whatever. It just be people speaking. It could be everyday people speaking, just speaking about their life, anything. God gives the solutions through different experiences, resources through different people. It's amazing how that works. I can get it from listening, looking at maybe looking at a video, music video. It could be any kind of video. It could be hip hop. I could get an answer, my resources from looking at the animal videos or a baby video. It's amazing how you can come on your phone. And I just do my phone. I just use my YouTube for everything that entertain, from anywhere from motivation to entertainment to me recording, and like I said before, months ago, I don't own a TV anymore. I don't even look at the news unless I'm really, really, really come up and I see it in the platforms. That's the only way of somebody talking about it. I don't make too many. I just don't make any videos of talking about what Nicki Minaj said and the Diddy, all of that stuff. You know, there's people that has a different life from us and everything. And hey, it's nothing wrong with other people who does that and whatever they do. That's they. It's so much that's happening with us every day. We just need to be in tune with us as God's eagle eyes, the chosen ones, intercessors, Gen X. It's so much, so much, so much, so much. You know, it's just like right now, God had me to put my email right here in the subject, and it could throw people off because they don't have a subject to really, can actually for people to gravitate to, but it's okay. I'm just gonna have, you have your breakthrough through your obedience, Because, like I said, it's going to take 3 people tonight to gravitate to it. And then it's going to be 9 before this week is out, at least by Thursday, New Year's, we're here. And I'm speaking this because God has shifted it to that, you know. So I really appreciate the supporters, the subscribers. I appreciate you. You know, um, I just give God the praise of what He's doing right now, and God is using my self-published books where you can see on my description where you can go to authorhouse.com and get Essence Paula, Abstract Art and Others, or memoirs. You can buy them in books, bless people with it, or you could teach from them, sell them through your online stores. It can help other people to not overthink. It helps you to be free. Their coffee, chat books be on your coffee table as you drink coffee or water, your juice or your milk, whatever, tea. You can look at these different sketches and it's like a game you play with yourself in your mind. You can write on there the 3 things you see through these funny looking sketches, and you got 10 seconds to do it. 10 seconds. If you go over 3 things, if you see over 3 things, you overthinking. But 10 seconds. And then once you write them down, then God will minister to you. It'll be a one-on-one. A one-on-one with you and God, and a one-on-one alignment with me of the 3 things you've seen in one of the sketches in the sketchbook. You can get both books or you can get one, either one of them. And you write down what you see in 10 seconds. And it's really fun because it's like, wow, And what you'll come up with, what you see was really amazing. When you see what you see, God will speak to you through this. You write down 3 things. You see a sketch that I did in the book. Okay. And you may see I don't know, you can see a giraffe, you can see a cat and a mouse, you say that. The sketch may look like that, because what God told me that, everybody's sketch is not the same. And it's not going to be like anybody else's. So if you see a giraffe, cat, and mouse, you write that down. All you do is just write that down. And then God will minister you. Welcome back. God will minister to you what you wrote down with, by you seeing what you're seeing in the sketch. And when we do the one-on-one alignment, it's going to explain, I will be able to explain with you what the giraffe, cat, and mouse meant in a spiritual awakening, alignment of your mental health. This is so in-depth, this is so real. So the giraffe is meant, and what I picked up giraffe when I came up saying giraffe, mouse, and a cat. I could easily just wrote this down, but I'm just gonna say right off the top of my head. Just remember these animals. First of all, you got these animal symbols in your life that is in your alignment of your one-on-one. This is alignment. So if you saw the giraffe in this, what I'm just picking up in the spirit of whoever hit the replay or whatever, and I'm just speaking the fourth of the 333, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, where the giraffe is meant in your life. You can imagine a giraffe in your life, it's the tall, it's like almost saying a mountain. It's the things that has gone on in your life that you it dealt with, where it's just tall as a giraffe. It takes a giraffe for you to see these things, see it through a giraffe's eyes. You need his height. A giraffe is dealing with height. So it's the height that is going on. 101 mental health alignment. And this is a spiritual awakening as well. That is going on in your life is certain heights that you got to reach. It takes like the height of a giraffe for you to see it. And it comes from the fasting and praying, fasting and praying, fasting and praying, you know? Then the second thing, if you wrote down mouse, and I said mouse and cat, because like I said, these are animalistic things that you could have, someone had wrote down for whatever they saw in the sketch. Um, and I will get to that part because that's on a spiritual awakenings part. But let's say the mouse. The mouse represent in that sketch that you picked up, that is a one-on-one alignment in your mental health challenge. The mouse represent, now remember, it's a mouse, not a rat, it's a mouse. Mouse is certain things in your life that a mouse is it can be scary. A mouse uh sneaks around and look for the food to get this cheese, okay? And sometimes it get caught up in a trap because you're trying to get to what you want. So that's representing on the one-on-one alignment that the mouse that you put that you saw in the sketch. And I say all of this is I'm picking up on, this is an example. The mouse that you saw in the sketch could represent a situation that you're in and you got caught trying to get to the next destination. Because as a mouse, what a mouse do, sneak around, eyes are bright, and it just, runs on about his business and just trying to get through this little squeeze spot and squeeze here and squeeze there. You're squeezing through situations and you're just trying to get to it, whatever the situation, whatever the destination is. But when you're trying to get to it, then all of a sudden some snap at you in a situation and it grabs you. And it takes you a moment to get out of that situation. Sometimes you get trapped. Sometimes it just cuts you off right, just right in the midst that you can't do anything. And I know sometimes with a mouse, if it get hit, trapped, or whatever it does, it is also a death situation. But we can also say death in this kind of alignment is, that the mouse can uh, get into a death situation and don't make it. Well, there some doors had been closed and you didn't make it through. Okay. So that would represent the mouse, because the mouse does go after the cheese and sometimes it get in the mouse trap, or whatever setup is set up that we get it. And then a lot of times the mouse would know how to get the cheese out of there, so getting to the destination, they're able to figure a way to get it without getting caught or getting hit or you know. So that also means it in that way as well. So here come the cat. The cat that you saw in this, in the sketch or what have you, that you saw. Now everybody see things different, but if you put down cat, you just put down anything, you're not overthinking, you just put it down. But this is because of the frequency, how you came up with these different animals. And then, like I said, I'm going to say one-on-one, talk about the spiritual awakening alignment. I'm going to talk about the animal part and spiritual awakening, but right now I'm talking about the one-on-one alignment of mental health challenge where the cat, the cat always chasing a mouse, right? So you've also been in a situation where you have chased things. It's like always saying, chase the bag, chase the bag. Okay, you like I say, you've already been is in a situation where it takes the level of a giraffe, the height to see through its eyes, because you're in a higher level of your life, and you have to have giraffe eyes to see. Then here's the mouse getting to your destination, and sometimes get caught. Then here's the cat. What the cat do? Cat chase the mice, and then a lot of time once the cat catch the mouse, it's an award. It takes the cat take the mouse and take it back to whoever it is in the destination as an award. Okay, so you also get rewarded by chasing whatever you chasing, and you catch it, whatever through resource you have in that destination, and you get rewarded. So through this is speaking on a mental health challenge based one-on-one. This is on the mental health challenge basis of what's going on within your day-to-day as mental health challenges. And that's what each one of those, whatever the animals represent, the situation of your destiny is. That explains about the giraffe, the mouse, and the cat. Giraffe is the higher heights you in. You have to see things through a giraffe eyes because it's so tall. The destiny is so high up. It's a high position. Let's say what that could be, and you're also looking at your mental health as you go. How are you handling it? And then like I said, that was the mouse. The mouse is within the destination. Sometimes you have to you maneuver like the mouse and get into that destination. You can get caught up in a trap, and sometimes it's death and all of that. But the death, like I say, of that situation is a door slammed, just like the mouse try to get the cheese off the trap, the mouse trap, and it may get caught up, it may get injured, may die unlived. And so that's explaining the situation of mental health challenge, that some doors has been closed that you wouldn't be able to understand to even maneuver in that situation, even though you got the position high up, as high as a giraffe. That's a high position. And then the cat, it's the chase after that. It's the chase that you did to get to that high position. And what all you went through is the chase. The reward is still rewarded. Now, the one-on-one alignment with the spiritual awakening that of these animals, well, the spiritual awakening also, this is also just surrounding all around your mental health is what you be able to handle it or not. The animals gravitate toward chosen ones that are gentle, prayer warriors and everything. So that's on the spiritual awakening side, but the mental challenge part is how you handle these different situations, like the giraffe, the high position you got, and then the mouse, what all you went through and got stuck, and then the cat chases the mouse, or the cat, how the cat do. The cat just it's rewarding once it catches what it gets, which is using a mouse. And you go through the reward also in your life. All it is, how are you handling each level, each part that I talk about. Where's your mental health at? How are you handling this? So, uh, again, with the spiritual awakening, you are just as chosen ones, the black sheep of the family and stuff. God got you handling it. When you give it to Him, He soothes and take care of your mental health. God got it when you give it to Him, and when all of this you've gone through is how you handle it once you went through it. And by giving it to God, that's even greater. On your one-on-one spiritual level, it's greater. Okay. I appreciate you listening to me. We went over a little over time, but this is what it is. Speakess333 at gmail.com. And in the replays, the frequency will gravitate to whoever it confirms in their spirit, in their guts, in their heart, mind, and soul. And I'm just doing what thus says the Lord says do. And let them know that, hey, you are powerful. You are powerful to be able to um, get over all of these loops of what that was said, that you spoke of in the 10-second of the sketch you saw. And this is what I'm using as an example that I never used before. God just had me, it just picked up on it with somebody that's gone through this right now. So anyway, you all have a great evening and stay grateful. Keep thanking Him about the small things. Watch God move in that giraffe, that next level, that mouse trap, that you're grateful for that door did close. It gave you better opportunities. It was a reward through the cat just grabbing whatever that trap were, that closed door. It was a reward in it. Thank God for that closed door. And yet you still on top. You still on top. You all take care.